Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name is CayaMaya and this episode is about what else is new. So yesterday the much anticipated release was released on the test branch, the release with the Cosmonaut mode, with Tram's the whole metro system, which is great. And all these subjects need an episode of their own, I think. So I thought, well, I'm going to make an episode on where I explain what else the developers have added. And there is a little bit of bad news, but it's mostly good news. So let's start with the bad news. For me, I don't like the asphalt texture. And I'm usually not this explicit, but this is a mess. And I'm probably this is a bug. So let's hope this is a bug. Also, if I zoom out, the texture goes away. So that's one. That's all the bad news also. But the good news is we have construction priorities. We can, if you could just go away, thank you. We can prioritize our construction by giving it a high or a low priority. So if I put set this construction to high, will I have to change it in all my construction offices? Luckily not, because all the construction office assigned will give this construction this priority. So I thought that was a very nice addition. Next, what are the borders? Borders are flexible now. It's not in this map because this map was created before this update, but you can have flexible borders which don't need to be square anymore, which in my opinion is a very beautiful addition. You cannot loan, well, yeah, I'm going to say you cannot loan your ass off anymore, because they have limited it, and I think that is for the good, because you could start in Cosmo not mode and you could unlimitedly or limitless loan everything you wanted until you were self-sufficient. But now you really have to take care of what you're spending, and if you spend money, spend it wisely. There is a new tool, and it's called Make a City tool. It is here. Make a City is meant for you if you want to make a new city that the most used items are being are quickly, you can access them quickly. So if I would say I'm usually building with this flat, I could add it. I could also say, well, I'm only building with large residential buildings, so I'm adding them all. So you can add, you know, your sports hall or your cinema or whatever. For me, I'm doubting if I will use it, because I like to have every city to have their own identity a little bit. So I've been thinking about how can I use it. In the background, the snoring, that's Maya the dog. So sorry for that. So I thought, well, I make a certain way I like to lay out my pipes and my pump jacks and my oil pumping stations. And those are with above pipelines, but also underground lines. So I thought, well, then I can add those 4, and then I can quickly select them, because you can. Oh, I forget to end to explain that. If you have like this added, and then you can start making a city. Then you have your Q and E, and you can quickly cycle through your buildings, which is nice. But unfortunately, and I hope they will change that, you cannot add pipelines here. I can add the pumping stations and things like this, but the pipeline just won't add. Can I add a conveyor belts? It just doesn't add. So that's a bit of a shame. But well, it is what it is, right? We have more vanilla conveyor engines. I can show you here. We have 8 of them, and I've built them all. Let's go to here. No, here. See. And if I kind of zoom in like this, you can see there is also, we have the higher ones and the lower ones, and I really like these. They're really very beautiful in your constructions, I think. You have your what I don't know, and maybe you can. These two lower ones are these two ones are actually these two, and these two ones are actually these two. These two, but I can't find a difference between them. So the upper one here is this one, and the lower one here is this one, but I don't see any difference. It costs a little bit less, but for the rest I don't. So maybe someone can explain it. They have almost an identical footprint as well. So maybe I'm missing something. What else is new? Which is a very good thing if you go underwater. And we have this little piece of pipe in between. We can assign our construction offices now. Here. So you won't have to redo the whole pipe again if you only want to change a little piece in the center, which is a very nice additions. We have prefab panel roads. Yes, thank you. Wait a minute. Oops, here. These are the prefab panel rows. Aren't they nice? I really like them. What is maybe not so nice is if you have these side roads, it's kind of making a mess. And for me, it's not really beautiful incorporated like we have with the asphalt road and the gravel roads. You can find these roads here. Panel roads, and also the road menu has changed a little bit. It used to be from slow to fast, but now it's a little bit mixed and matched. We also have an update for pedestrian crossings. If I have a pedestrian at one side, and that's auto build, press play here, then it won't make a pedestrian crossing, only if you place it on both sides. And the little tip I had a few weeks ago still works. You can also remove it. I haven't tried if people are still able to go from one side to the other. So yeah, there's that. And we also have in this update ultra high shadows. Let's go to here. So in the game settings, here and here, this is your ultra high shadow, which used to be like this, and now with the ultra high shadow mode, I can really see a difference in adding some more depth. In the same way, shadows can also be set to, no, not terrain depths. Shadows can also be set to low, normal, high, very high, and ultra high. I like this a lot actually. Very nice addition. So, and I need to talk to you about export prices, because that changed a lot, and there was this update with all the calculations on it. I'm not going to make a video explaining that because Steven Silverbeard has created two excellent videos on those, which I will link in the description. But the most important thing to remember is if you export via train or bus, via your own custom house or the border post, how you want to call it, the more you export from the same material, the lower the price will be. And this was meant to encourage you to export via other ways, like cargo, helicopter, or via ships. Because if you export to those border posts, your price will not decrease as much. And then for the last thing, I want to show you the whole tunnel boring mechanism. I created a tunnel here, or am creating a tunnel here, and currently we are doing this with our AK300 local mode as well. let's buy a tunnel boring machine and see how it works. I'm selling this one. Yes. Oh, I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something really nice. Yes. If you buy vehicles, you can filter by type. And it will look in the description of the vehicle. And so you can just kind of type like a brain. Like this. And also, do you hear the type machine? Nice, right? Well, and speaking of, we can change our town names. If I can find the town name here. And you can make way longer town names here. But also here, you can hear the typing. Nice, right? Escape. For the... oh yes. Also new is the pipette, which I really like. Because it reminds me of Anno a lot. Which you can find in terrain tools, and you can say pick a building which you want to copy. Pick a building here and you can create this building. So you don't have to look in menus and menus about where again you found that specific building. Then to conclude this, I want to show you the tunnel boring. And I created a tunnel here, which is still being created. So I want you to kind of go away. Thank you. And I want to buy a tunnel boring machine because we want to do this with this machine. So let's fast forward. Oh, yeah. And go there. So go away and show you. So the rest of this episode is going to be me looking at this tunnel boring machine. If you don't like that, just skip. I'm in love with this machine. I really like watching it. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you next time. If I forgot anything, probably have, please let me know in the comments. Bye bye.